Lincoln Riley and Oklahoma have done it again. Riley has developed both Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray into Heisman winners and #1 overall draft picks. Then came Jalen Hurts, who transferred from Alabama and went on to finish as the Heisman Trophy finalist and was drafted in the second round of the NFL draft a few years back. All three of those players are expected to be starters in the NFL, leading Oklahoma to account for 9% of the starting quarterbacks this year. The success has not stopped for Oklahoma when it comes to the quarterback position, as Spencer Rattler goes into the season as the Heisman favorite and a possible top 10 pick. Rattler was a 5-star quarterback in the 2019 class and the top quarterback. Behind him is former 5-star and #1 quarterback in the 2021 class, Caleb Williams, who is expected to take over the reins as the starting quarterback next year when Rattler leaves for the NFL draft. Lincoln Riley has developed a recruiting strategy where he goes after a top 10 quarterback prospect every other year. He did it for the 2019 class, the 2021 class, and just secured a commitment from Malachi Nelson, who is the #5 player in the 2023 class. But who is Malachi Nelson? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If this is a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. Before we get into this video, apparently 95% of you are not subscribed, so please make sure to hit that subscribe button and help the channel out if you are not already subscribed. I really appreciate it. Malachi Nelson has grown up in Southern California. When he was young, his father didn't see his son as a type of football prodigy, but did see he had a pretty high football IQ. Malachi generally knew what everyone's assignments were on the field and would line players up in the right position. Malachi's father, Eric, would coach him throughout his youth football career. They would sit down and watch film together and talk through game plans. As Malachi's love for the game grew, his father and other coaches started to put more and more on his plate due to how smart he was. Eric told The Athletic, "It sounds crazy, but he was calling audibles at 9 years old. Coaches at that level weren't complex with their blitzes or anything like that. So we're like, if our quarterback could see things coming and check into a call that would beat that, man, how great would that be?" He would stop and start changing the play, changing lineman calls and all that stuff. Nelson started to work with one of the nation's most prominent quarterback coaches and developers, Danny Hernandez. Nelson's natural throwing motion grabbed Hernandez's attention along with his arm strength. Nelson made everything look so effortless. Hernandez told The Athletic, "I'd give him something new and he would always handle it. There was nothing overwhelming. Whether I was giving him something with a concept, something with certain footwork. He could process that information. I'd give him the explanation after, but I could tell he could understand where I was going with a lot of the stuff, so outside of elite arm talent, clean mechanics, I think those are things that stood out to me." Hernandez has a streak of quarterbacks earning scholarships in 8th grade. Bryce Young, Tyler Buckner, and Malik Murphy had all received their first offers in 8th grade, and Nelson continued the streak himself when he received his first Division I offer from Auburn after leading his Pop Warner team, the Garden Grove Bulldogs, to the Pop Warner Super Bowl in Florida. The streak has since been extended to 5 as of 2020. Hernandez told The Athletic, "When a coach is talking to me and they'll say, 'Hey, where is he compared to some of the other guys?' With all honesty, I can say he is much better than those particular guys in these areas at this age. He probably, even in certain areas, has potential to be better than those guys in a lot of things he's doing." Nelson currently attends Los Alamitos High School. When Nelson arrived, head coach Ray Felton told The Athletic, "He's going to come in and be a diva. Reality is, he's nothing like that." Going into his freshman year, the Griffins returned senior starting quarterback Cade McConnell, who had led the team to a 9-2-1 record in 2018. The Nelsons expected Malachi to sit behind the senior for a year and learn under McConnell. Those plans were quickly scrapped when the offense struggled to get going in the first 3 weeks of the season. Nelson was put into the lineup against Long Beach Poly and made his first start the following week against Carson. McConnell and Nelson would split time the remainder of the season. He finished the season throwing for 883 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Hernandez's harshest criticism was that he felt Nelson forced too many throws into tight windows. Going into Nelson's sophomore year, Eric told The Athletic, "The game is going to go back to being so much slower for him because he's been there before. The fact that they threw him into the wolves and he didn't get eaten alive is a great experience for him." After coaching his son for so long throughout his youth, Eric now is trying to take a more relaxed approach. After offers came in from Alabama and Ohio State, a switch flipped for Malachi as he now just doesn't want to be one of the best quarterbacks in his grade, but in high school regardless of grade. Malachi told The Athletic, "I feel like this is my season, so I want to show everybody what I can do." While Hernandez added, "We are not going to take on that approach. Oh, it's my sophomore year. I've got 3 years to do this. No, let's be the guy right now." Due to the global health crisis, California would postpone their football season to the spring, where they would play an abbreviated 6-game schedule. Nelson impressed, completing 74% of his passes for 1,513 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He now looks to have an even more impressive junior season this fall. According to 24/7 Sports Composite, as of the time of recording, Malachi Nelson is a 5-star recruit who's the #1 player in California, 2nd best quarterback in his class behind Arch Manning, and 5th best player nationally. As I mentioned earlier, his first Division I offer came from Auburn in 8th grade, and during an 8-day time span in October of his freshman year, Nelson received offers from Oregon, Georgia, LSU, and Alabama, along with Ohio State a few weeks later. At one point, Nelson had offers from 5 of the top 6 AP ranked teams. Nelson spoke on the situation saying, "It's a blessing for me to be that one guy. Some of these schools are saying they're not going to offer another 2023 quarterback before you say yes or no. If they want me to be there, they're showing me love." Nelson has since collected 26 different offers according to 24/7 Sports. Going to the Elite 11 regional camp a few weeks ago, Nelson had an idea where he wanted to sign. The Oklahoma Sooners had offered Nelson this past January, and given their track record at quarterback, they were expected to be contenders. Yet, many thought Nelson was going to stay close to home and play for the USC Trojans. Eric told The Athletic, "We were just big on relationships at the time. When the offer came in, the relationship with USC was so strong and so good. For me, it was like, whoa. But for Malachi, I don't know if it was as big, because he never really cared about 100 offers or one specific offer. He was just looking for someone to have a good relationship with, and I think things were going in the right direction with USC at the time. Nelson was a priority for the Trojans going back to 2020, and they called and texted him a lot. They developed a strong relationship with the young quarterback and even told him they were not going to offer another quarterback in his class. The relationship between the two would be strained in mid-April when USC offered another quarterback, going against their promise to the Nelsons. Helton called Nelson, telling him they were going to develop a relationship with another quarterback along with Nelson, but this still caught the family by surprise after making the promise to them so many months beforehand. This broke some trust between the two and opened up the door for Oklahoma, who really gained some momentum. The family understood that USC needed to do what was best for USC, but didn't understand why they would make a promise like that if they weren't going to keep it. Nelson told The Athletic, "The biggest thing for them was they didn't want to miss out on me having the opportunity to go somewhere else, then them having no one. They have to take a kid in this class. It's a big class for them, and I understand it. They kind of said one thing and then did the other. So, we'll see." The family loved everything about Oklahoma, but had never been to Oklahoma. They would attend OU's Champ Skew Barbecue, where they would fall in love with the campus. Nelson set his commitment date for July 18th, 2021, and wore Oklahoma shorts to the Elite 11 regional camp weeks beforehand. Yesterday, Nelson did what many expected him to do and committed to the Oklahoma Sooners, continuing the trend of top 10 ranked quarterbacks committing to the Sooners every other year. Malachi Nelson stands at 6'3" and weighs 180 pounds according to The Athletic. Last August, Greg Biggins projected Nelson to be a Power 5 starter with a comparison to Justin Fields. Biggins wrote, "Nelson has all the physical tools you could want in the next level signal caller. He has an athletic body with plenty of room to grow, pack on good weight. He's a fluid athlete in everything he does. He has a smooth, effortless release, and the ball jumps out of his hand. He has a downfield arm, is accurate to all 3 levels of the field, and can throw with touch and change speeds. He's a mature quarterback and already shows a high football IQ in terms of his decision making and how well he processes the position. He's a plus athlete for quarterbacks, as well as shows the ability to extend plays and get out and pick up yards in the running game. He made a big jump this offseason and needs to show he can put it all together with pads on as a sophomore, but no quarterback in this class has a higher ceiling right now than Nelson. As of now, the Oklahoma quarterback situation looks to be Rattler playing this year, then leaving for the NFL. Caleb Williams playing for the next 2 years, then Nelson taking over for the starting job. But what do you think? Will Malachi Nelson continue the success Oklahoma has had at quarterback? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, remember to embrace the grind.